Now, sticking with the season, spring is a great time to clear out the clutter and scrub those dusty corners. Not only can we swap out clothes for warmer days ahead, we can declutter our homes by selling things that we don't use, and we can even spring clean our finances. Shopping expert at TrueTrae.com, Trae Bodge is here with tips on how we can start fresh this spring. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
So I'm excited to have you because spring cleaning, right? It can feel like such a daunting, large task, right? What are your hacks to get it done and not make it seem so big?
Yeah, so it can feel so big that sometimes we get stuck. So what I
Yes.
suggest is committing to small increments. So say 20 minutes on the basement this weekend,
Okay.
and that's it. And what's great is like once you get rolling, you'll probably spend more than 20 minutes, but
Right.
at the minimum 20 minutes. And then
Okay.
maybe next weekend you do another 20 minutes, and before you know it, you're done. So that's hack one. And hack number two, have some fun with it, especially with your clothes. When you're swapping your clothes out, you'll inevitably find some things that you forgot about. So
True.
shop your closet instead of going out and buying new things.
I like that. Now, okay, so if we need any supplies, let's
Mhm.
say, for the cleaning, how do we save on those?
Yeah, so it's really important to have an efficient spring cleaning. So, do you have storage bags, storage
Yeah.
bins, things like that? The great thing is, if you don't and you need to stock up, I would use a coupon site like couponcabin.com. They have
Okay.
amazing offers for stores like Container Store and Office Depot.
Yes.
So, that's a great way to save on those supplies. And then, if you need some cleaner and scrubbers,
Yeah.
sponges, things like that, go to your local Dollar General. They have amazing on brand items that you know that you love. And
Yeah.
then they also have their own award winning private brand items.
Oh,
And they have over 2,000 items that are just a dollar. So it's a great
wow.
place to stock up on your cleaners and your scrubbers.
Yeah, for sure. Now, inevitably, we're going to find things, right, that we just know we don't need or
Mhm.
want anymore. What do we do with those things? That's always the part that I get hung up on.
Yeah, so first of all, you can, of course, donate things that you don't need, which
Sure.
I love to do. And then you can also sell some of those things. But selling is an interesting one because we hear about it as a great way like, to earn a little extra money, but
Yeah.
it's kind of a hassle.
Yeah.
So I have two suggestions for you
Okay.
that make it really easy. One is gold. So if you have any gold that you're no longer wearing, something that's not your taste anymore, there's a company I want you to check out called the Alloy Market. They will
Oh,
send you a kit, a welcome kit, and you put your items in it.
okay.
Send it right to them. It's postage paid and it's also insured. And then they will give you a quote for what they think it is worth. And it's an industry best quote. If you accept the
Wow.
quote, your payment gets processed that day. So this is a great way to make some very quick cash. So cool, right? And
Yeah.
similarly, there's a great company called mpb.com, and they have a similar process where they'll send you a label, you send them the equipment that you don't want anymore,
Yeah.
and then if you accept their offer, they'll pay you out very quickly. So those are
Wow.
two ways to get rid of things that you don't need and make cash really fast.
I like that. Huh. I never would have even thought about that.
Oh, good.
Now, there are other areas in our lives besides our house, right, that need to
Mhm.
be cleaned out, fixed up, for example, finances, like I mentioned before.
Yeah.
Where do we begin there?
Yeah, so cleaning out your finances is one of my favorite things to do around the spring because we're already thinking about it because we're doing our taxes
Yes.
and all of that. So, a couple things to focus on. So, first of all, those recurring bills that you're maybe paying every month and it's a
Mhm.
drag. Mobile is one of my favorites for this because often we're tied to one of the big carriers and you're
Yes.
paying hundreds of dollars for your whole family and all their phones. I noticed a couple years ago that Mint Mobile had amazing rates starting at $15 a month.
Wow.
And I was paying hundreds of dollars with one of the big guys.
Yeah.
I switched my whole family over to Mint, saved us $100 a month just by
Wow.
switching over to Mint. So that's one. I would also look at cable. Are you watching all those channels? If not, call your carrier, dial back on the number of channels that you have. You can save yourself about $50 a month just by doing that.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi is another place to look where you can save
Mm.
quite a bit by just switching carriers, trying a new company.
Yeah.
And then lastly, subscriptions. So go through the last couple months on your credit cards and see what subscriptions you're paying for. Some of them you're using, but some of them you're probably not. And if you
Yes.
get rid of those expenses, that's a great way to spend a little bit less every single month.
It's a simple idea, and I think it to myself all the time, but I don't do it.
Yeah.
And it really would probably save me a ton.
Yeah.
This was so great, Trey. Where can we go if we want more about you or just more tips like these?
Well, thank you so much for having me. You can
Yeah.
find me at TrueTrae on Instagram and TrueTrae.com.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, you guys, we'll be right back.